Now, no more, do you remember singing the blues? Well, I never felt. Yeah, well, you can do that in Stockport all week, but no more singing the Lancashire blues for this Rochdale lass. Hey, that's a bit rocky.
I've got them Lancashire blues.
Wow, I've never heard that one. Gracie Fields singing the blues, no less. Wow! Well, a statue of our Gracie, Dame Gracie Fields, is to be built in her hometown of Rochdale, on the Butts near Smith Street. 8 blue plaques marking key locations in her life will also be put in place to create a Gracie Heritage Trail. And an existing memorial close to her birthplace in Molesworth Street is to be refurbished. It's understood Rochdale Council will approve the plans later this week. Sebastian Lissandro from Hyde is the chair and founder of the Gracie Fields Appreciation Society. Good morning.
Good morning, Alan.
Now, she's already well recognised in Rochdale. She's even got the Gracie Fields Theatre, of course.
Yes, she has.
But a statue, what do you reckon?
I think it's about time, to be honest, because Gracie obviously opened the Gracie Fields Theatre in 1978, and this year marks 35 years since Grace died, and I think it's finally time that Rochdale have something in the actual town centre to say we had the world's first superstar. We had Gracie Fields from our town. I think it's an excellent idea, and I'm really pleased that the council have decided to do such a tribute to her, if it goes ahead, obviously.
She was a superstar, and like lots of superstars, they get out of the place that they were born in, and she came back. I mean, she wasn't like one of those that you never see in the place again. She did come back from time to time, but she didn't even live in England.
Well, that's not strictly true, because she did have homes in Brighton, and she had homes in London throughout her life.
But only for when she was working.
Obviously, she's associated with Capri more than anywhere else. But Rochdale always meant home to Gracie, because she always returned for charity events, whether it was opening cinemas, theatres, hospitals, or attending charity weeks in the 1930s, where she raised thousands for charity. But people seem to forget how closely associated Gracie was to Rochdale, even in later life in 78 when she came back to the theatre, and always she was doing charity events for the town. So I think it's nice that that's been recognised finally.
And why was she such a big star? Because, I don't want to be rude, but she didn't have the best voice in the world. Her films were quite funny, but they weren't hilarious. Why was she such a huge star?
I think you have to look at them as a time capsule, some of her recordings. Some of them are a bit dated with a comedy, but when you compare it to the likes of George Formby, they've not held up exactly the same. But at the time that she was performing, you have to realise that nobody was quite like Gracie Fields. She was the humble mill girl from Rochdale who rose from a touring girl at the age of 10 to the world's biggest superstar. She took over the West End. She was the highest paid film star. She conquered Hollywood. And she was this girl that rose from nothing to achieve everything. So she embodied Britain for the 1940s in the war until, obviously, she married an Italian and left to America. But that's another story.
We could end up arguing here, but what's her best song for you?
Oh, her best song for me is probably a song from the 1934 film Things We Go called Love, Wonderful Love. But then we've got so many famous songs like Walter and Sally and the Aspidistra and
Walter.
Blues,
I'd forgotten actually. Walter. What was the one she wrote herself?
Lancashire Blues. She wrote that on the first trip to America. She got so fed up of New York that she said, right, I'm going to write a song about England, and she wrote the Lancashire Blues, which you just played a clip from.
Yeah, I've never heard that before, I must say, but my favourite is very definitely, I've mentioned it twice already, I Took Me Out to a Party and Nobody Asked Me to Play.
So I took the darn thing away,
So
indeed.
I took the darn thing away, yeah. Very nearly swearing.
Indeed.
Sebastian, fabulous. Good to talk to you. Thank you very much indeed. It's 22 minutes past 7. Oh, but... BBC